Hi, I thought I would give an update on my paper mache projects. This one looks a bit like Yul Brenner, and I'm just going to show my hand so you can get a sense of how big it is. Here's my hand. So he's a fairly large balloon size. I made the nose out of crumpled up aluminum foil encased in the paper. In my next life, I would probably do a little bit more complexity with the eyes, as they are just flat eyes. Here's a profile. See, they're just flat, painted on. I made ears this time. He needs a little bit more work. So he looks a little bit like he belongs in The King and I just think he's cute. I like his cone head. Okay, that was one. My next little face is this woman who looks a little bit, she just looks a little in despair or pensive or something. And I really like the way somehow my masking tape made a line in her mouth that looked like it belonged there, and that's why I made her mouth follow those contours. Okay, and I've also been working on some bowls. Now, I had worked on a bowl back here that's built like an army tank. This one I built with paper towels and a whole bunch of Mod Podge. It's all paper mache, but I used like rather thick Bounty type towels, paper towels, as my base instead of paper. Now I have a bunch more that I've been really working on, and I think they're coming out really, really very delicate, which is what I was aiming for. This is much more delicate than the other one. I painted it, but you can see it's only a few layers of paper, and it's smoother than some of my previous exercises. And how I accomplished that was using this gesso stuff, which is quite cheap. And I just layered it on thinly, and then I did a little bit of sanding in between each one. And I also saw this cute tip about how if you paint the inside of a a liner that you intend to paint gold, if you paint the inside with red and then put the gold on, it does bring out the goldiness of the gold. This one is rather a throwaway, so I'm not even going to discuss that little purple one. But the one next to it I like. This is another one. This is probably the most delicate one I've done so far. And I just painted it with a pearlescent color that you buy in the paint shop for crafts. This next one I think came out quite interesting. It reminds me of some antiques that my mom used to have in the closet. I painted it solid pink. This is just a regular paper mache, and then I painted it solid, I gessoed it, painted it solid pink, and then I started sanding off the areas. And so the high points of the irregularities in the paper became the white that you see there. And so I think this one came out pretty nice. I'm very happy with that one. I didn't expect that. Now this one is a work in progress. It's bigger, again with the irregular sides. The bottom I just sort of scrunched in to keep it from rolling off the table. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with it. I discussed this angry bird at some other point, so I'm not going to go into him. But there is one last one here. Let's see. Just for thoroughness' sake, it's this purple one with the blue. Just so that you can get a sense that if you color it, it starts to look a little bit porcelain-y if you paint it. And you don't have to go into a lot of detail to give it that, what do they call that blue china look. Well, cheers. We'll see what happens with my next efforts with paper mache. Bye-bye.